For more than half of this country's life, women didn't have a voice. Yet we raised children, we held our families together, we supported men as they made the decisions. But tomorrow, women will be a part of making this decision. Today, I am holding in my heart all the tough, tenacious women who made me who I am. I cast my vote for someone who will be a president for all Americans. And now, Pennsylvania, it's your turn. The country is depending on you. So tomorrow, let's make sure all your voices are heard. Come on, let's go! Now it's my privilege to introduce someone who knows how to support a powerful woman, the soon-to-be first gentleman of the United States, Doug Emhoff.
Hello, Philadelphia! Thank you, Lady Gaga. She was awesome, right? All right, here we are. Over these 15 weeks, America has gotten to know, admire, and trust the Kamala that I love. You've seen her step up. That's what she does, wherever she's needed, however she's needed. I saw it when I trusted Kamala with our family's future, and it was the best decision I ever made. Now, tomorrow, America will choose who to trust with our nation's future. Now, Kamala was the right person for me at an important time in my life. And she is the right president for this moment in our nation's history. She brings joy and toughness to every task with that laugh and that look. She brings her deep experience to every decision, always disciplined, always focused. And Kamala also brings empathy to every challenge. And as president, she's never going to stop thinking about you and your family. Now, every night of this journey over just 15 weeks, she and I talk about the people we met and the stories they shared, their struggles and their dreams. So as you consider your vote, maybe it's that simple. My wife cares about what you're going through. She understands what's in your way, and she has concrete plans to help us keep moving forward. Now, isn't that what we want for the next 4 years? A president who respects us, a leader with a positive, inclusive vision of America where everyone belongs, everyone has a place. So before we hear from Kamala, I'm incredibly honored to introduce someone who knows something about listening to others and lifting them up. Please welcome Oprah Winfrey.
Philadelphia, I am here with 10 first-time voters for Philadelphia. So Phoenix, I hear you did research before voting.
I did. It was really important to me that, the policies that Kamala Harris has proposed for women's reproductive rights and education equality are what led me to cast my ballot for her.
Fantastic. And Eddie, I heard you stood in line because
honestly, it was an honor as an African American to exercise my right to vote, which my ancestors fought so hard for. And as a professional soccer player for the Philadelphia Union, I know that God, He gave me the opportunity to be a leader in this platform to encourage my peers and all of you out here to stand for what's right. Go Kamala.
And Sophia, you haven't voted yet, but you're getting up at what time tomorrow to go vote?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. when it's open, okay?
And my family's from Puerto Rico, so voting.
Puerto Rico!
So voting this election just means so much to me, and I plan to become a future OBGYN, and I'm so excited to vote for Kamala Harris to ensure my future patients' freedom.
That's fantastic. We need more female OBGYNs, and so all of you are voting tomorrow morning, getting up early, voting tomorrow morning. Thank you for exercising your freedom of expression and your power as citizens of this country. How many first-time voters? Raise your hand, first-time voters. Beautiful to see you. Thank you all for coming here tonight and representing all the people who will be voting tomorrow. Those of you who have not voted, thank you so much. You know, on January 20th, 1961, President John F. Kennedy issued a challenge. He said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Well, I'm here to tell you that what you can do for your country, what you can do for democracy here, and what you can do for the spirit of John Lewis and all the others who dared to walk across that bridge in Selma and fight for justice for us all. What you can do for every pregnant young woman who has died because she was not eligible to receive the emergency medical care she desperately needed because of an abortion ban. What you can do for yourself and what you can do for everyone and everything you cherish is vote. And if you are watching or hearing me right now and you haven't already, you have got to vote. And listen, I know that some of you are feeling burnt out and bruised and maybe inconsequential. Nothing could be further from the truth. Every single vote, every one is going to matter. That's why I've come to Philadelphia tonight. And yesterday, I was all the way across the country, and I was hiking on a Sunday afternoon, and I met a woman named Angela, who told me that she was going to sit this one out. Now, I know she was immediately sorry she told me that, because I would not let up. So I said, sit this one out. We don't get to sit this one out. If we don't show up tomorrow, it is entirely possible that we will not have the opportunity to ever cast a ballot again. And let me be very clear. If you do not make sure that the people in your life can get to the polls, that is a mistake. Deciding not to decide, that is most definitely a vote to let other people control your future. Now, we all know what we're voting against. So I want to end by reminding you about a few things that we're voting for. We are voting to defend and protect the Constitution of the United States. We are voting for values. We are voting for values and integrity. We are voting for the right to choose what happens to our own bodies. We are voting to save ourselves from this precipice of danger where we now stand. All the anxiety and the fear you're feeling that because you sense the danger, and you change that with your vote. We are voting for healing over hate. Now, I believe in this promise of America. America has been the greatest country in the world for me. I believe that if you and I and the voters you see on this stage show up for our country tomorrow, if we answer that call that President Kennedy made more than 6 decades ago, then we have the power to choose a leader who will see us. She sees us, and she will do her mighty best to serve all of us. I believe we can do that, and I know she can do that. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. And to say it and sing it and drive that message home, put your hands together for Will I Am.
Mama, what's wrong with America? Why can't we get along in America? Something's going on in America. People entertained by the predator. We used to be united in America. Now we just divided in America. We're all immigrants, different characters, but together you know we could break down the barriers. So register, vote for your life. Do it for your daughters and your sons and your wife. If you're a woman, then vote for your rights. And don't let them take away your rights. We could be better than we ever been. We about to have a woman president. Haters gonna say that we can't, but the word American says that I can. And yes, she can. Let me hear you say, 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 yes, she can. Say, yes, she can. Say, yes, she can. Hey, yes, she can. 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 Oh, she can. Yes, she can. Every woman. Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
Philadelphia, Will I Am. Philadelphia, welcome the next President of these United States, Kamala Harris!
Yes, she can. Let me hear you say, yes, she can. Let me hear you say, let me hear you say, yes, she can. Let me hear you say, yes, she can. Let me hear you say, yes, she can.
Good evening, Philadelphia!
Good evening, everyone. First of all, can we hear it for Oprah, please? And the first, second gentleman of the United States, my husband. Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be back and to be with so many incredible leaders, including Bob Casey. Let's send him back to the United States Senate. I want to thank all the outstanding artists and performers who are here tonight and sharing the gift that they have with all of us. I thank you all so very much. And to everyone here, thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to be here, for us to all be here together, showing who America is, that we are all in this together. We are all in this together. So Philadelphia, you ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win? Oh, it's good to be back in the city of brotherly love, where the foundation of our democracy was forged. And here at these famous steps, a tribute to those who start as the underdog and climb to victory. So America, it comes down to this. One more day, just one more day in the most consequential election of our lifetime, and the momentum is on our side. Our campaign has tapped into the ambitions and the aspirations and the dreams of the American people. We are optimistic and we are excited about what we can do together. And we know it is time for a new generation of leadership in America. And I am ready to offer that leadership as the next President of the United States of America. However, the race ain't over yet, and we must finish strong, and this could be one of the closest races in history. Every single vote matters. So let me ask you, who here has a plan to vote? All right, well, help spread the word. Here in Pennsylvania, polls are open tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and no matter what state you live in, if you are watching this, please go to iwillvote.com for all the information you need, including when and where to vote and where to drop off your mail-in ballot. And I also ask you to please talk with your friends and your family and your neighbors. Share your perspective on why you took the time to be here this evening and why this election is important to you. Encourage folks to make their voices heard, because we need everyone to vote in Pennsylvania, and you will decide the outcome of this election, Pennsylvania. So with only a few hours left, we still have work to do. And as you've heard me say before, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win. And we will win. We will win. And we will win because when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. And we have an opportunity in this election to finally turn the page on a decade of politics that has been driven by fear and division. We are done with that. We're done. We're exhausted with it. America is ready for a fresh start, ready for a new way forward where we see our fellow American not as an enemy, but as a neighbor. And we are ready for a president who knows that the true measure of a leader is not based on who you beat down, but based on who you lift up. And Pennsylvania, you know me. I'm not afraid of tough fights. For decades, as a prosecutor and the top law enforcement officer of the biggest state in this country, I won fights. I won fights against the big banks when they ripped off homeowners. I won fights against for-profit colleges that scammed veterans and students, against predators who abused women, children, and seniors, against cartels that trafficked in guns and drugs and human beings. My entire career has been driven by a singular purpose: to fight on behalf of the people. On behalf of the people. And it is my pledge to you that if you give me a chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way. And instead of stewing over an enemies list, I will spend every day on your behalf working on my to-do list, full of priorities to improve your lives. Together, we will build an economy where we bring down the cost of living. We will ban corporate price gouging on groceries. We will make housing and childcare more affordable. We will cut taxes for workers, for middle-class families and small businesses. We will lower health care costs, including the cost of home care for seniors. Because on the issue of health care, I absolutely believe access to health care should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it. And to anyone out there watching this while we're here who still is trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act and take us back to the days when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions, well, Philly, you know what I'm about to say. We are not going back. We are not going back. We're not going back. And we are not going back because ours is a fight for the future and ours is a fight for freedom, including the most fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. And when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom nationwide, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. Proudly. So, America, I am asking for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. As President, I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face. I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress. And I pledge to listen to those who will be impacted by the decisions I make. I pledge to listen to experts. I pledge to listen to people who disagree with me. Because you see, I don't believe that people who disagree with me are the enemy. I'll give them a seat at the table. That's what real leaders do. That's what strong leaders do. And I pledge to always put country above party and self, and to be a president for all Americans. So Philadelphia, we are here together for many reasons, but probably one of the most important, because we love our country. We love our country. And when you love something, you fight for it. And I do believe it is one of the highest forms of patriotism, of our expression, of our love for our country, to then fight for its ideals, and to fight to realize the promise of America. I have always believed in our nation's promise because I have lived it. I grew up as a child of the Civil Rights Movement. My parents would take me to the marches when I was in a stroller. And we all know, and we've read about it, at those marches, there were people from every walk of life who came together to fight for freedom and for opportunity. You know, growing up, I saw how hard my mother worked to give her daughters the same chances our country gave her. And I was blessed growing up to have family by blood and to have family by love, who instilled in me the values of community, of compassion, and faith. I've spent my life fighting for people who have been hurt and counted out, but who never stop believing that in our country, anything is possible. I have lived the promise of America, and today, I see the promise of America in everyone who is here, in all of you. We are the promise of America. We are the promise of America. I see its promise in the fathers and the mothers and the grandparents across our nation who work so hard every day for our children's future. I see it in the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom, and in the men who support them. I see it in people of all ages who have knocked on doors, made calls, sent texts, and who will spend tomorrow driving their fellow Americans to the polls. I see it in Republicans who have never voted for a Democrat before, but who put the Constitution of the United States above party. And I see the promise of America in all the young leaders who are voting for the very first time. Where are you? I know you're here. I know you're here. And you who are determined to live free from gun violence, who are determined to tackle the climate crisis, who are ready to shape the world you inherit. To you in particular, I say, I see your power, and I am so proud of you. Can we all applaud our first-time voters? So, America, we started this campaign 107 days ago. And from the beginning, ours has not been a fight against something, it has been a fight for something. A fight for a future with freedom, with opportunity, and with dignity for all Americans. Our campaign has brought together people from all corners of this nation and from all walks of life, united by our love for our country and our faith in a brighter, stronger, and more hopeful future that we will build together. And tonight, then we finish as we started, with optimism, with energy, with joy, knowing that we, the people, have the power to shape our future, and that we can confront any challenge we face when we do it together. Generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now, the baton is in our hands. And to everyone who continues to pour so much of yourselves into this campaign as an extension of your love for our country, I thank you for your time, your effort, and the heart you are putting into this. And together, I know that together we are also intentional about, in this process, building community and building coalitions. And because of you, each of you, and collectively, our people-powered movement reflects a simple and undeniable truth: that we are all in this together. We are all in this together. So we have one day to get this done, which means now we need to get to work and get out the vote. So let's reach out once again to our family members, friends, classmates, neighbors, co-workers, knowing and reminding them that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. And let us please remind everyone that your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. So tonight I ask you one last time, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win! God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Please welcome back to the stage, Lady Gaga.
Before y'all go home tonight, I'm going to sing you just one more song. We're on the edge of something big. I feel so lucky to be here with you all tonight. I love you so much. There ain't a reason you and me should be alone tonight, yeah, baby. But I got a reason that you should take me home tonight. I need someone who thinks it's right when it's so wrong tonight, yeah, baby. Right on the limits where we know we both belong tonight. Alright, alright. Where's all my ladies at? Oh, it's hard to feel the rush, to rush the danger Another shot before we kiss the other side tonight, yeah, baby. I'm on the edge of something final, we collide tonight. Alright, alright. Put on your shades, 'cause I'll be dancing in the flames tonight, yeah, baby. It isn't hell if everybody knows my name tonight. Alright, alright. 'Cause it's time to feel the rush, to brush the dangerous. I'm gonna run right to the edge with you, where we can both fall for love. I'm an American woman on the edge of glory, and I'm hanging on a moment of truth. Out on the edge of glory, and I'm hanging on this moment, barely with you. On the edge, the edge, the edge, the edge, the edge, the edge, the edge. I'm on the edge of glory, and I'm hanging on this moment. I'm on the edge with you, with you. I'm on the edge with you. As long as we have each other, we're gonna be all right. I'm on the edge. I'll be right there with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Cassidy, and that was Election Eve, live from Philadelphia and across the nation. Thank you all for coming together tonight. We made history with the biggest Get Out the Vote rally of all time, and tomorrow we make history again. We know what we have to do. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and make sure everyone in your life has a plan to get to the polls and elect our next President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. Thank you, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Raleigh, Phoenix, Vegas, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Philly, and everyone else around the nation. My name is DJ Cassidy. We love you, we love you, we love you. And remember, vote, vote, vote.